about probably 38, 39, and went through a divorce and cordial divorce. So according to her, cordial divorce, I don't know what cordial divorce or uncordial divorce means, but she went through a cordial divorce. And her husband paid her 12 crores. She has 2 sons, and she's saying things. I said, are you happy? And she said, Gaurav, how can divorce be a happy situation? And she's in touch with her ex-husband, and I'm sure even he wouldn't be happy. So unless your social wealth, which is your matrimonial relationship, relationship with your parents, relationship with your friends, in society, in community, if that's not balanced, again, you're not going to enjoy money. Money is not going to solve the problem. Again, I'm not saying money is bad. Please don't think I'm saying money is bad. But money is not going to solve all your problems. As an individual, and then I'll come to why it is important from an advisor's perspective to look at a bigger gambit. So I'm not going to kind of restrict by giving preaching and saying no. I will talk about the real life situation and the interactions that I've had with my clients. But if your social life, so if your physical life is not sufficient or is not functioning the way it should, you won't be able to enjoy money. Similarly, if your social life is not functioning in a manner it should, you're not going to enjoy your wealth. So 12 crores in divorce settlement, little upset, not very happy. Yeah, she had come to me because she wanted to plan her finances so son's education would be taken care of. And yes, she's responsible, educated, and we will look into it. But that scar which is there or wound which is there remains. Similarly, emotional. Emotional wealth is equally important. Are we at a stable frame of mind? Are we living in anxiety? In fact, last year in the same event I had spoken about, when it comes to retaining clients, most clients come to us because they have anxiety about money. And where does anxiety come from? Anxiety comes from insecurity. And I'd also stated that an insecure individual, an insecure IFA, an insecure advisor cannot give security to others. If I'm myself an insecure person, how on earth am I going to give security to somebody else? Are we secured? And if we are secured, what are we seeking security? If we are not, what are we seeking security in? A number, which we have not defined. This is the most absurd thing that we are talking about. We are talking about making or deriving a number for retirement. At what corpus I can retire? And I'm not saying don't do that. Please do that activity, and I'll come later as to why that activity is important. How many of y'all, including me, have calculated that number for ourselves and for our client, retirement corpus? How many of us have calculated retirement corpus for our clients? Okay, brilliant. Now, all those who have put hands up, including me, how many of us can guarantee that's the 100% accurate number? At least I can't. We can't, right? And I tell this to my client. Only thing is I tell them after I collect my fees. Yeah, I mean, it has to be very clear in life. So I make an entire plan, I collect my fees, and I say, look, if there is one wrong number, which is here, which is not the actual number that you want for your retirement, it is this number. Because isn't that number full of assumptions? How many assumptions? We are talking about rate of return. We are talking about asset allocation. We are talking about inflation. We are talking about expense. We are talking about how much money we will withdraw. Sorry? Future interest rate. Well, look, we're talking about all those, and we know that all those are so very dynamic. And then we have anxiety, but we will have. So emotionally, if you're not stable, and since I kind of mentioned this too, I will say why that number is important, because that's going to act as your lamppost. Since I'm not doing a session on retirement planning, I'll not dwell more upon it as to why you need that number and how you keep monitoring and modifying, because that's not the subject that I have to speak on. But it's unless you're emotionally not in a state of mind to enjoy wealth, what's the point in having that wealth? and then financial wealth. Now, unless all these four are completely synchronized, you will not enjoy. And hence, life planning is very, very, very important. More and more focus is only happening on the asset aspect. It's not even comprehensive in terms of entire financial planning. Leave aside the entire problem that we are facing on the work-life balance. That's another problem. Work-life balance is a very big issue that we have today. And you know something? To enjoy life, also we need discipline. We all were enjoying our life when we were school kids because there was discipline. There were fixed periods given to us. This period is for science. This period is for social studies. This period is PT or whatever that we are calling. This period is for crafts and painting and drawing. And then after going home, so much time for homework and so much time for playing. How much disciplined we were then. And we were enjoying life more then. Why? Because there was some principal in the school. There was some teacher. There was somebody in our life at home who was actually, if not sticking us, shouting and saying, this is what you have to do. The problem that happened is, one fine day we grew up. Biggest problem in life. And then we realized what we want to do. And that's when we started saying that let's chase money. And I'm repeatedly saying I'm not against money. Please don't feel that, and I won't say anymore because it kind of has been communicated. It's that to have that work-life balance is also, to have work-life balance, you have to be disciplined. You have to be very, very clear that at some point of time, I will say no. This is a time for my family. This is a time to pursue my hobbies. And believe me, it's not. So I get these questions, at what age do I have work-life balance? At what stage in my life do I have work-life balance? And to be honest, at all age and at all stage, you require that. Because all ages and all stages have different means and ways of enjoying it. And you don't want to miss out on that. I really see people missing out. And there's an actual commotion that happens. So if we go to, again, scriptures where we are talking about Brahmacharya Ashram and Grihasthashram and Vanprastashram, yeah, those four. See what happens. In youth, first 25 years is actually when you are supposed to be studying and acquiring skills so that, you can enjoy the Grihasthashram. Now, invariably, whatever you are supposed to do in Grihasthashram, they end up doing. So there's dating that's happening, there's a lot of gadgets that's happening. People want to behave in a manner where they have already been in second stage. So in the first stage, we are already doing second stage. Then we go to Grihasthashram. Brilliant. No problem. So we continue enjoying that. There is materialism in which you should enjoy. But soon people start asking, while they are in those between 25 and 50, when do I retire? At what age do I retire? At what number do I retire? So now you want to jump because there's a hyperness and you want to start enjoying the next stage. Because you're fed up with that Grihasthashram and yours and I want my space and whatever. Perfect. Then when we go to retirement, array, young at heart. So now we want to go back and do what youngsters do. Right? So the entire life cycle is getting messed up. It's a perfect mess. Why? Because we are not enjoying each stage of life. In fact, when it comes to youngsters, and I'm not seeing many here, I find them less romantic. Honestly. In last 8 to 10 years, I haven't heard of any couple running away and getting married. How many of you all have heard couples, boy and girl, they don't. I mean, it's like so much of excitement, and honestly, it requires guts. Believe me, it requires guts to challenge the society and we'll live together. There are no guts. It's not left. But coming back to my topic, life planning is important. Why is it important? Because that's when your clients are enjoying the financial wealth that you are creating for them. Otherwise, they will not enjoy. No point, as I said, having 50 crores and being in hospital bed getting 12 crores in matrimonial discord, people fighting for years and decades with their relatives or brothers in court cases where lawyers are making money over family dispute. Emotionally disturbed, you won't be able to enjoy your financial wealth. And what's the point in creating it? And hence this entire thing of work-life balance, the entire thing about life planning, unless we ourselves are not living a life which is a balanced life, which is what you are enjoying, you will not be able to pass it on. So last year at Cafe Mutual, I had spoken about that if you are not secure in your life, if you are not secure in your profession, you will not be able to give security to your clients, and you will not be able to hold on to your clients. This entire thing about clients don't listen to us, clients don't hang on to us, clients are flickering. Why does that happen? Because clients are not enjoying the activity that we are doing. And hence, what is it in for us when we are looking at life planning? Why is it important for us? What is it in for we as advisors? What is it in for we as planners, as distributors? Why is life planning important for ourselves and for our client, purely for our own bliss, but secondly, to retain client, to grow our profession? Purely from professional perspective, leave aside everything else, because I'm not talking on how you should have your work-life balance. I'm not going to talk about what all activities you can do while you should be doing it. So hobbies that you want to pursue, or spend time that you want to spend with your family or whatever, and I'm not going to get into it. I'm talking pure from the practice perspective. Why is it? 10 minutes? Yeah, okay. So you'll also time me when it's 5 minutes, because I have to keep 5 minutes for Q&A. Yeah? About 7 minutes also, let me know, because if there are more questions coming, then I'll take that, otherwise I'll start. First and foremost, it's tremendous job satisfaction. Believe me, the kind of job satisfaction that will come in when you will actually start talking to clients, or to that extent actually start having your own life planning or work-life balance, is that you will communicate that. As I said, a secured individual can give security. If you are living a balanced life, you'll be able to pass on that life. You know, that entire concept of we work like donkeys and enjoy like monkeys. Yeah, so eventually then you should be living in a zoo. I mean, yeah, because you're either a donkey or a monkey. I mean, it doesn't work. We work hard and we party harder. It doesn't work. It has to be a balanced life. But when you start, you yourself start living like that, and when you start talking to your clients, you're talking about encouraging them to enjoy wealth. We anyway discussed earlier that it's not a particular number which is going to solve all our problems. The job satisfaction that comes in when we see clients coming for review, or when we go to their house and they are happily enjoying whatever has been created, is phenomenal. It's going to give you the kind of, you know, the calmness, the serenity. It's unparalleled. No amount of fees will get you there. Number one. Number two, you're going to get a lot of loyal clients. The loyalty of the clients towards you is going to increase many fold, because that person is enjoying what you're doing. You cannot ignore the financial aspects. It is needed. I need money to pay if I'm in the hospital, or I do need money for marriage, and I do need money for whatever other vacation and all. But now we are going to enjoy that. We are not going to put numbers. So somebody saying, I want to get my daughter married, it's not a number. It's the entire emotion. And hence, moment you are saying that now I am responsible, I'm part of you, I'm going to live that dream along with you. It's a huge job satisfaction that you get, and it's a huge amount of commitment that you have. Now, if you have committed clients, then markets going up or down will not matter. The client is not going to leave you. If you have committed clients, whether entry loads are there or not there, it's not going to matter to you. Whether RIA regulation comes or not there, it's not going to matter to you. Clients will not ask you those questions. It's just that they believe in you. They look up to you. They want to relate to you because you can relate to them. You are talking to them. That's very important. And once you have loyal clients, I mean, your practice growing is a byproduct. You're getting more referrals is naturally a byproduct. I mean, these are things that you will not have to look into. You should still be focusing on assets. You should still be focusing on economy. You should still be looking at liabilities and interest rates and mortgages. But that's for you to advise your clients. It's not to give impression to your clients that if this happens, your life is sorted. So start distinguishing that. Have that thought clarity in mind. It's not that that's not needed. That's where our core competencies are. That's where our prime knowledge is. That's what we have been practicing. But that's not for clients. For clients, it's deriving benefit. And more satisfied a client, more contented a client, more blissful a client, more blissful the relationship, more contented the relationship, more long-lasting the relationship. My humble request to all of you all, and it's like we don't have to go beyond. We are blessed to be born in a country where there are scriptures which tell us, and I'm not getting into whether it's Hinduism or whether it's Jainism or whether it's Islam or Christian. All of them have spoken about it. Start looking at clients as human beings with emotions, human beings with feelings. Their goals are full of feelings. Those are not numbers. Retirement planning is not a number. It's a lot of things beyond. And the moment you start looking at it, the entire practice that you're doing is what you're going to enjoy. Even if you have 2 or 3 bad years, you will still enjoy because you will have your clients loving you. And trust me, it's a tremendous feeling. We do this quarterly review with our clients always. If for some reason a quarterly review is missed because I'm not well, or if I have to change the thing, clients call up saying that, Gaurav, it's perfectly all right if you're not well, you don't conduct a review, but I still want to come and see you because I want to talk to you. So only when you're well, let me know. So now he wants to come and talk to me, chat to me. He's worried about my well-being. He's not concerned whether his portfolio has gone up or not. I mean, he's saying keep that aside. And even I, in my heart of heart, are very clear that whether a portfolio goes up or down, I'm not going to lose a client. This insecurity disappears because I'm looking at a client not as a number. I'm looking at a client as a human being. And human beings have life. So start looking at life planning. Start looking at people as human beings with emotions. Thank you.